Everyone faces difficult circumstances sometimes. And in the words of Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, into each life a little rain must fall. In my case, a whole lot of rain fell because we got the remnants of Hurricane Ida. And that meant the whole first floor of my house and my home office all got flooded. I love my office. And you can see that and take a look at what my office looks like now. I feel fortunate that despite all the water, and actually it was sewer water, and having to live in a hotel for 3 days, after that we could come back into the house. The remediation was good enough that we could live here while we try to rebuild. That's very fortunate. Not everyone who faces disaster, has such a good circumstance, if you will. There are people who can't go back to their homes at all. And then there's the metaphorical storms that happen in people's lives, like medical problems or relationship issues relationships that blow up, or financial circumstances where people are just devastated. So there's lots of disasters that people face. And it's important that when you're faced with a disaster, that you approach it with a good, strong mindset. So I know for me, when the disaster hit, when the flood hit, it's very discombobulating. But I needed to come back and think about, okay, now how am I going to handle this? One of the first things you want to do is just allow yourself to be upset, because disasters are upsetting. Allow for the emotion, the distress. And that by itself can be a little bit healing, just to kind of get that out. And then you can refocus. Consider, what's your goal? What are the steps to get there? And begin taking those steps. And to start with a good, strong mindset, a positive mindset, you'll also want to just be aware that you're not alone on a couple different levels. One, everyone faces difficulties at some point, and whatever your circumstance is, there are others who have felt or been through something similar at some point. Also, you may, when you look around, find that there are people there to help support you and go through this, or organizations that are there offering help. And if there aren't people offering or organizations offering, if you start to look around, you may find that if you ask, you can get help. Very important, if you need help, accept the help. Very often people don't want to. It could be pride, but a lot of times it's because they feel like somebody else is worse off than them, or they don't want to burden anyone. But take the help so that you can get strong, and then later you can pay it forward by helping other people. So that's the, knowing that you're not alone. In addition, what you want to do is attend to anything positive that you can hold on to. So that might be recognizing that there are people who care. And maybe it's loved ones who care. Maybe it's strangers who are reaching out. Maybe you realize that there are some parts of the situation that are working out well for you. As I said, I feel very fortunate that we have access to resources that are going to help us. So you want to be aware of the positives, because that helps you feel stronger through the situation. And then finally, disasters by their very nature are overwhelming. There's often a lot of different pieces that you have to deal with. So you want to focus on what's my first step. Maybe what's the next step after that. But not much more than that, because then when you focus in, then it's something that you can get done, and you don't have to overwhelm yourself with all the different details. And that can help you move forward, a step at a time, getting yourself onto a better road. If you have thoughts about getting through disaster, how to handle that, please leave your comments in the section below. And if you find this video helpful and you would like to receive more tips on how to get through difficulties in life, please subscribe to my channel.